Richard I, more commonly known as Richard I of England, or Richard the Lionheart, Richard Coeur de Lion, was King of England from 1189 to 1199. Short summary of the key bits. Born September 8th, 1157 in Oxford, England. Died April 6th, 1199, age 41, from a crossbow wound during a minor siege in France. Nicknamed the Lionheart for his fearless, ferocious military leadership and prowess as a warrior knight. He spent only about 6 months total in England during his 10-year reign. He was mostly abroad, fighting wars, especially on the Third Crusade, 1189 to 1192, where he achieved major victories against Saladin, e.g. capturing Acre, winning at Arsuf and Jaffa, but failed to retake Jerusalem. Famous for chivalrous reputation, bravery, and being a legendary crusader, though he was often absent, hot-tempered, extravagant, selling offices and lands to fund the crusade, and left governance to others, like his justiciar, Hubert Walter, rebellious son. He fought against his own father, Henry II, to secure his inheritance, allied with the French king, Philip II at times, was captured and ransomed for a huge sum on return from crusade, then spent his last years warring in France to defend his territories. That's the core, first worthy legend, the iconic warrior king who prioritized crusading and combat over domestic rule, becoming one of history's most romanticized medieval figures. Circling back to what you should know, especially since your nickname ties to firsts, Richard has some notable firsts, or standout aspects, that fit the theme of being pioneering or exceptional in his era. First major English king to lead a crusade personally. He was one of the most prominent Christian commanders in the Third Crusade, raising massive funds via the Saladin tithe and selling just about anything, and achieving real military successes that made him a hero in European eyes. His rivalry and mutual respect with Saladin became legendary. First English monarch captured and held for ransom in such a dramatic way. On his way home from the crusade, he was seized in Austria due to old grudges, handed to Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI, and ransomed for 150,000 marks, a fortune that nearly bankrupted England, but was paid through heavy taxation. This inspired tales like Robin Hood legends, the absent king, evil regent Prince John. Pioneering a knightly chivalric image, he embodied the ideal medieval knight, skilled fighter, poet, musician. He composed songs, tall, handsome, and brave, though modern historians see him as a neglectful ruler, focused on Angevin lands in France rather than England. Contemporaries and later romantics viewed him as the pinnacle of kingship. First detailed surviving coronation account. His 1189 coronation at Westminster Abbey has the earliest full contemporary description, complete with rituals, omens, a bat flying around, and pomp. On a quirkier note, he was the first and one of few English kings whose heart was buried separately in Rouen, body at Fontevraud Abbey, and entrails elsewhere, use a